What's up, YouTube? It's your boy KJ. Welcome back to the channel. And today we got a special video for y'all, man. We're looking at the 2026 Corvette ZR1X. And they talking about this thing got 1,250 horsepower, cuz. 1,250 horsepower. Now, where in the world are you going to get to use 1,250 horsepower? Y'all tell me, cause I don't know. State troopers and police don't even want you doing the speed limit. So, hey, after y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel, man, we're gonna get right into the video. Let's check this thing out and see what it's cracked. See what it's all cracked up about.
This is the all-new ZR1X, and it's absolutely...
Peep that hood. Peep that hood. That's about the only change I see on it compared to the 2025, and then maybe the canards in the door in the back where you got where they let air pass through to the rear brakes. That hood, I like the way the hood is snapping. I like that.
Absolutely ridiculous. It makes 1,250 horsepower, does 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds, and
1, 2. You see how long it took me to say 2? Not that long. So before I said 2, you was already at 60 miles per hour. Can you handle that? Can you get the $100 bill off the dashboard before I say 2? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not.
really want one. And it has a mode I have to show you. It's super cool. Like a Formula One car or a McLaren P1, we have a push to pass button. So if we're in track mode, it disables the cruise control. So if we're flooring it, you click up on the cruise control and you get that full 1,250 horsepower thanks to that electric motor at the front. As if the
So you drive and you don't have access to the full 1,250. Then you hit the little up button and it lets you get the whole 1,250 with the acquiring of the little electric motor up front. All-wheel drive. 250,000. Wow.
The ZR1 wasn't fast enough. We had the pleasure of driving it at Circuit of the Americas last month, and after dinner, they hinted at a little surprise around the corner in a secret parking garage, and that was these two cars here, the ZR1X, with 1,200.
Which one y'all taking, the Corvette?
What the hell? What the hell? What the helly? What the helly on saying? What the helly on?
I mean, come on. What am I saying? Are y'all taking the convertible or are you taking the coupe? The convertible or the coupe?
And 50 horsepower. Now I'm extremely confused because I thought I wanted the ZR1, but this is coming out as early as 2026. So now I want this one. At the heart of the ZR1X is that LT7, the 5.5-liter twin turbocharged V8 that on its own makes 1,064 horsepower. 5.5-liter twin
All that carbon fiber on there, man. That's what this joker racking up so much cost. It's carbon fiber everywhere.
turbocharged V8 that on its own makes 1,064 horsepower. It's a very beefed up, revised version of the LT6 with forged pistons and connecting.
And then Corvette got a trunk in the front and a trunk in the back. You see right here? See where the arrow at? Where the air goes through to cool the rear brakes, and then this top portion is hollow also. I remember the bottom portion being hollow, but they've added the top portion being hollow. That's nice. That's nice.
To handle up to 24 pounds of boost from the largest production twin turbos on any road car. But of course, 1,064 isn't enough. So they've added the electric drive unit, an electric motor on the front axle from the E-Ray that normally makes...
You went from 1,064 to 1,250. Come on, guys. What did you need? I don't know.
160 horsepower, but they've beefed that up again for 186 additional horsepower, leading to that combined total output of 1,250.
186 more horsepower. So what, they threw another Toyota Corolla within the car? That's crazy.
They've also removed some weight as well, meaning the whole system only adds about 250 pounds. So you're not gaining a whole bunch of weight to get that extra power. And of course, since it's all-wheel drive, it's able to put the power down extremely efficiently. Another big upgrade
all-wheel drive, baby,
on the ZR1X is the addition of the largest car.
Y'all see how big those rotors are? Those rotors are almost as big as the inside of that wheel. Not to mention the caliper. And I think he said the caliper is going to be like 10 piston. So with that much stopping power, this son, you know this son is smacking gas. It's moving. 10 pistons? Come on, bro.
Carbon ceramic brakes ever fitted on a Corvette. Now, we first got that on the ZR1, and then they decided we need to make them even bigger. So we have 420 millimeter carbon ceramic rotors in the front and 10 piston calipers. The cool news is for the 2026 model year with the ZTK package, the normal ZR1 with 1,064 horsepower also gets these better brakes. Of course, like the ZR1, we have that pass-through radius.
I want to see.
Normal ZR1 with 1,064 horsepower also gets these better brakes. Of course, like the
I want to see how big.
And first got that on brakes ever fitted on a Corvette. Now, we first got that on the ZR1, and then they decided we need to make them even bigger. So we have four.
I was hoping I could see the brand name on these tires, but I can't see.
120 millimeter carbon ceramic
Michelin.
rotors in the front.
I see it's Michelin.
Calipers. The cool news is for the 2026 model year with the ZTK package, the normal ZR1 with 1,064 horsepower also gets these better brakes. Of course, like the ZR1, we have that pass-through radiator, massive dive planes, enormous rating for a combined 1,200 pounds of downforce. Now, because of the weight distribution difference and the power split, they have made some fine-tuned adjustments to the downforce, but all of that is done in the underbody of the car. So
that wing is hella big. Okay, they did that to the bottom. They're trying to make it more, the most aerodynamic that they can.
The exterior aerodynamic components do remain the same. When you look at the numbers on its own, they're absolutely insane. But if you start to compare it to its competitors, of which are unbelievable, it gets even cooler. So look at the Ferrari F80. It's got 1,184 horsepower. It's got less cylinders, and it'll cost you $4 million plus. You also have to buy pretty much every Ferrari of all time.
So $4 million for a V6. If that many cylinders, $4 million for F80, and he said you got to buy the other. Hold on, you got to buy the other Ferrari. Let's see that again.
Horsepower, it's got less cylinders, and it'll cost you $4 million plus. You also have to buy pretty much every Ferrari of all time to get one. Then look at.
You have to buy every Ferrari of all time to get one. Man, Ferrari's so bougie. $4 million and not even a V8 on the hood. Come on, bruh. What are we doing? What are we doing? I'm buying the Corvette. I gotta have the 8-cylinder. I'm just the same way like I was telling Dodge. Don't nobody want no V6 or less. Not for all that money. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy.
McLaren W1. Same amount of cylinders. Probably sounds really good, but it's only got 4 extra horsepower, and it's going to cost you probably 10 times as much as this car.
Now McLaren do sound real good, but you don't want to get into the repairs. The repairs are very hefty. Very hefty. As far as like the cost, crazy. That's real to real.
It's crazy to think of, we don't know the pricing yet. Probably around $250,000. I'm speculating. We haven't been.
I told you, $250K. Well, it's gonna be some dealership markups. So I say $300K. They're gonna try to make it seem like supply and demand. You want it, and there's not that many of them out. But I don't want it unless I can get it at sticker price. I want it at the cost you get it.
Told whatsoever. But to think of the performance you can get for a $250,000 car is unbelievable. And I'm wondering if people are going to start realizing that hypercars are just too expensive. Just because there's a bunch of people with endless money doesn't necessarily mean that every car needs to be $3, $4, $5 million. I
can't give you $3 to $5 million for a car. I'm gonna give you $5 million for a car. I gotta stop at a gas station and pay $3 for a gallon of gas in a $5 million car. Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing?
This thing is absolutely ridiculous. Self-proclaimed America's hypercar, and the performance is going to be out of this world. I can't wait to get behind the wheel of this one day. I drove the ZR1 and didn't think it could get any better, but apparently it can. How cool is this? So I originally popped the trunk on the convertible ZR1X and realized that I most likely couldn't see the engines.
I love that. I don't know why every time I see that convertible top go back, it reminds me of the Transformers. I don't know. That's just me. That's just the kid in me. You know what I'm saying? You want to see something transform, damn it. Hit me with the Bumblebee.
So I walked over to the coupe, but now they've added in 2025, actually, the ability to see the engine even in the convertible variant. Check it out. We can look through here. And
carbon fiber everywhere.
A little window to the engine.
I like that window. I like that engine window. That's nice.
That kind of reminds me of the C6 ZR1 clear engine. That is pretty awesome. Now, they just got to do...
I like the C7 and the C8. I don't know about the C6.
That would be cool. So let's check out the interior.
Interior is thick. I love the interior on the coupe. That's hands down, that blue and that gray smacking together.
Of the ZR1X. We've
3 screens, my people. 6, 14, and 12.
got that new revised 2026 interior. So this car is actually going to come out for the 2026 model year, which is a huge surprise to me. So we no longer have that great wall of buttons. We have a nice carbon fiber grab handle.
Nasty, boy.
And we have the triple screen display. Let's hop in. Inside the ZR1X interior now, and we have an all-new color, Santorini Blue.
Santorini Blue.
Fantastic. The triple display setup with the 14-inch instrument cluster, the 12.7-inch touchscreen display over here, and the 6.6-inch display here for PTM modes.
Blue stitching, Bose speakers.
So down here, like the ZR1, we have a little
carbon fiber
logo here. If we pull on this, it can change the launch control RPM, and we also have a PTM.
You got blue guts. You got blue stitching. You got Bose sound system. You got fiber, carbon fiber everywhere. You got 3 screens, 6, 14, and 12. They took the buttons off the little arm handle over there. They put them right up on the screen. So I like that part also.
Mode selector right here with a brand new PTM mode. So we can go from wet to dry to sport, race 1, race 2, and now we have PTM Pro with everything off, but it still uses the extra traction from that front axle. You can now do launch control in PTM Pro with everything off, which is pretty cool. Hopping over into the convertible ZR1X, and like all of the the
coupe interior is killing the convertible interior. I keep wanting to say Corvette. The coupe interior is killing the convertible. So you guys know you got to hop in the comments. Which one are you taking? The convertible or the coupe? Which interior are you taking? The convertible or the coupe? You feel me?
2026 interior cars, we've got the drive mode selector over here. So we can switch between tour mode, sport mode, track mode with some really cool new display graphics. We also have a new performance data recorder with some awesome information that can actually give you tips of how to improve your lap time, which is super, super cool.
That's
Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like always,
I did. I really enjoyed it.
Subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next video.
Man, you guys gotta like, share, and subscribe to the channel for sure. Don't forget to do that. But anyway, I just want to know which one is really breathtaking you. Like, I like the orange on the convertible, but I like the interior on the coupe. So if I could get that color on the coupe, I think it'd be a go. I like the black wheels also. Now, I'm not going to say these alloy wheels, they look real nice. I love a nice factory wheel. So if you never upgrade your rims, you still pull off a clean look. So yeah, the coupe got my vote. The blue and gray interior is sick. Now 1,250 horsepower versus 1,064. I don't see what you're gonna do with all that horsepower. I don't think I've seen anybody burning out in a Corvette. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just my opinion. Tell you what, guys, I ain't gonna hold you up because I know you gotta go play baseball with your kids. And you gotta cook dinner because your old lady says she's not doing it tonight. Anyway, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel, guys. I appreciate you guys for stopping by, chilling with me for a few minutes. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.